Hi everyone, welcome to Workshop 1. This is our first workshop beginning the course, and I really look forward to working with everyone in the course. For this week, we're going to be focusing on the first 4 chapters in the Principles of Microeconomics book. For this week, here's what you have to evaluate. You have to read chapters 1 through 4. You have 2 discussions, one about concepts and questions, getting dressed in the global economy. You also have problems and applications. These 2 assignments, one will be due in workshop 2, one will be due an outline in workshop 3, and at the end of workshop 5. So let's go through each of them. Let's go to the discussion first. With the discussion, you're going to be looking at the following thing. Right here, navigate to the thread discussion below. Choose 2 of the key concepts covered in chapters 1 through 4. So any key concepts you want to look at, and provide an explanation of each of the concepts in your own words. Now, give an example of how each of the concepts help in making business decisions. So it's different terms that you can look at. Scarcity, opportunity cost. You could also look at supply and demand. Any of those concepts will help you really focus on helping making business decisions in what you're looking at. Now, your initial post is due by the end of the 4th day of the workshop. Then you can follow up with 2 peer responses. Your peer responses can be to any of your peers or any of the additional questions that I post in the discussion board. In your discussion board, you need to make sure to post an APA formatted in-text citation and reference. Make sure that you have at least 3 to 4 paragraphs to fully develop your work. Also focus on 2 peer responses with at least 1 paragraph in length. These are very important for you to do well. And when we look at this, we're looking at the quality of your post. So I'm grading the quality. I'm grading the timeliness. Did you post by the specific due dates that we're looking at? And I'm looking at the interaction. Did you respond to 2 people? Are you collaborating? Are you extending the conversation? Are you answering it correctly? So those are what you're looking at with discussion 1.2. Now with discussion 1.3, you're answering these questions right here about the global economy. Where did you get your clothes from? Where did you get your clothes? So what store? Where did they come from? Who worked to produce your clothing? What things do you consider when buying an article of clothing? In what countries were your clothes produced? And what principle of economics are demonstrated in the quick survey of class clothing? What I might recommend doing in this discussion is actually just copying and pasting these questions right here into this discussion board and then using them as subheadings and answering your work underneath, because I think it'll make it much easier to do and to evaluate. So that might be a very easy way to really look at these questions. Make sure to focus on questions or clothes that maybe are from other countries that you have. If you can do that, I think it'll make it a little bit easier for you, because that's really what the question's looking at, the global economy. And again, it's the same criteria you're looking at. And then let's go to Dropbox 1.4. You're going to be answering these questions right here. And again, I want you to really focus on your the use of subheadings. So I want to see that you can actually answer those questions. And if you can show me which questions you're answering, so putting chapters 1, questions 2, then answer it. Then chapter 1, question 7, then answering it. It'll make it much easier to evaluate. Now, for this week, we're looking at economics. And economics is focused on the study of unlimited wants with limited resources. Society is facing a lot of challenges in the decisions it has to make. You'll notice when society is facing a lot of challenges, it forces us to make decisions. Some of the decisions that we have to make look at our opportunity cost of our decisions. Some of other decisions we have to make is evaluating whether we're making good decisions. And the only way to evaluate whether making good decisions is to evaluate all our alternatives of our decisions. So when we look at chapter 1, we're looking at how economics influences those scarce decisions we have to make. You also have to note that economics studies how individuals make decisions and interact in our economy. So you notice that economics involves a lot of decisions, and these decisions are critical. So what we want to evaluate is whether these decisions that we're making are going to affect individuals, going to affect businesses, or the government. So I think you'll enjoy this week as we're going to be looking at various concepts. If you have any questions, please let me know, but I look forward to your effort.